Well, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox. You're on the panel as Bridgeman and GFK. Evening, chaps.
Evening, Oxjare. Evening, Bridgeman.
Can I say a big good evening to you guys? Big good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
I think we'll change the subject for the start of the show, Bridge. Some of your talk was disgusting. I'm glad we weren't live, GFK.
It was absolutely... never heard language like that in my life.
If people could hear it, they'd have them in a different light, wouldn't they?
Oh, I'm telling you, it would turn your soup.
Oh,
turn your soup.
I've got to say, he's very educational, very educational.
His geography's not that great, but he's educational.
No, but he's educational. Right, so let's get into the football. 4 qualifying groups, seeded pot 4 in the last 32. Come on, Bridge. Credit where credit's due.
For our team, wonderful. I can't say how happy I am about it. I think it's just fabulous. When we think back, I always say this, so I do apologise. But you look back with sadness and think of all the missed opportunities and missed years that we've had because of whatever treatment we've received from a whole variety of sources. And here we are back in the last 32 of Europe. Isn't it just wonderful? Like a deja vu thing, but years later, just incredible. And the whole of Ibrox absolutely loved it. They loved getting through. They loved the way we played. They were roaring the team on until we started to run out a wee bit of steam, But seriously, what a feeling, Oxjare. What a feeling. Dancing on the ceiling. Absolutely. If we could do it, I'd do it. I
thought we were excellent, particularly in the first half. I thought we were really, really good. The football on the right-hand side, everybody was getting involved for the midfield. Tav was pushing them on. The boy Aribo, I thought, was excellent, like Knockby Arfield, Kamara. Jack was just prodding. Wasn't he too visible in the game, Jack, last night? But he was doing the murder covering role. Morelos was giving him all sorts of problems. And the only thing that disappointed me, GFK, was only 1-0 at half-time.
Definitely. I mean, we're in control without playing magnificent, we carrying on to Sunday's game, but we were in control of the game, but it was disappointing to go in only just 1-0. The team are playing really well, and I've got to agree with Aribo. I thought that's one of the best games I've seen Aribo play. Obviously we'll touch. It was a bit disappointing in a way that we never won the game. No, that we never became.
I mean, great for the revenue, great for the club to win the game and win the group.
Definitely. We deserved more in the first half than we actually got. So it was disappointing to come away with a draw. The team played well. It was again we keep calling it, and it was a proverbial game of two halves for us, wasn't it?
Well, I don't even know if it was a game of 2 halves. It was a game of 60 minutes, then 10 minutes that nothing happened, and then the last 20 minutes, they obviously went very direct, Bridge. Your kind of football.
Yeah, they did indeed, and hats off. Well, believe me, hats off to our team for holding out, because we could have actually completely collapsed there last night because they put an enormous amount of pressure on in the last 10 minutes, and that's for sure. And you're up in the Copeland there, and you're seeing it all happening, and they're just coming in their droves, Sorry, in the Broomland, looking down, it must have been like that. They're coming in their droves, it is. And here we are up in the Copeland waiting, and the ball coming up, and we got a load of breaks, and we're up there. I think I said a wee bit about it last night. We're up there with the ball at our feet, and for some reason or other, we make the wrong pass, or, we fall over the ball. Something stupid, that it's a silly thing, and we don't even get the ball out the park, and it doesn't give us time. And the next thing, they're driving down on top of us. They really were incessant, and I thought our pressure was held up well. I thought all of our defenders played very well last night. I have no complaints about any of them. Standout for me was Barisic.
I agree with that.
I thought Barisic was excellent. I thought for a big chunk of the game, I thought James Tavernier was back to close to being his old self again. I thought he had a really good first half. Second half, well, when the defensive part came into it, he was the out ball, and he ran. Athlete he is. He kept running. Unfortunately, our midfield, how can we say it? We're getting overrun, and that's the truth. So we will talk about the midfield later.
I think what showed up for me, Bridge, is that I didn't think Kent had a great game last night. I don't know what you think, JFK, but I think after about an hour, there was a couple of our players maybe ran out of steam, and we didn't trust for substitutes to put them on, because for me, we should have made a couple of changes,
Substitute-wise, for me, I think that's where the manager got it wrong. Ojo for me. I mean, I watched the game the day again. 4 touches you had, 4 times they gave the ball away, including the one that gave away a stupid free kick that led to their goal. Like yourself, Oxia, and many others, I don't know why he's not getting a chance to the boy Greg Stewart. That mystifies me. A lot of tired legs out there after the exertions of last weekend. I think it really showed in Ryan Kent. Scott Arfield as well. He looked leggy at times. Ryan Jack was doing his best. The pass for Kamara for the bunnies, it was a hospital pass, as we call it. It should never happen. That caused the booking and the sending off that. But what's Greg Stewart got today to get a game? It's not a negative. I'm not despondent about it. I'm happy that we're into the last 32, but I'm thinking going forward, Greg Stewart's got to be able to be chapping the gaffer's door and saying, why am I not getting a game instead of him?
Can I just come in and say, I have to say this in all honesty, I don't know who you thought was your man of the match. There was a couple of players that were meriting, and you mentioned them earlier. I thought Aribo was absolutely outstanding in the first half. Outstanding. Yeah, and you could see when he started to fall a wee bit, and he had to drop back because he couldn't do the 20 up and the 20 down. It's like doing the doggies, But I think that take my hat off to our centre forward, Alfredo Morelos. What a shift he put in! Just unbelievable.
See, you don't need to be big to ragdoll these centre halves.
No. Oh wow!
The good thing about when Fred was going through with the ball, Bridgeman, was that he got that wee break of the ball. He got that wee bit of luck. The big defender was all over the place, and that's what Fred does. He harasses him, and when the game against others before, when he's just that wee bit of luck's ran out, and it was good. See what Fred done there last night was instinctive for him, and that's why he took the goal so well. Sometimes I think if he's not got a lot of time to think about things, he just, it's instinct and he puts the ball in the net. When sometimes you're running in the goalkeeper, as we saw in the last few games, he just seems to try to blast it through the goalkeeper, and we all know that he's got skill to put it across the keeper or air him. So, but well done,
I think
Fred.
he get through 3 times on the keeper. Got a 1 out of 3 is not bad in that situation. But there was a couple of times when I thought, I really do, and I'm not being funny when I say it, it's just put the blue tinted specs on. From where I sat, there was a penalty there. That big fella brought him down.
Oh, there was a penalty, mate.
Oh, definitely.
He caught his leg. He got by him. The two of them were leaning at each other, and the guy took his leg away. It was a penalty kick, Rich. Penalty kick.
I know certainly up the Scotland, the boys were very upset about that. Look, it's a big night, huge night. The nerves must have been tingling all over the place, and bottle started to crash, particularly in their team. And their manager brought in two big fellas. I mean, one of the guys next to me says that's basketball players he's bringing on. So they brought these two and ended up bringing up these 2 guys, and they did the trick for them. They started to change the game and things like that, and their passing, their passes started getting to their guys' feet, so they could flick the ball here and flick the ball there. I thought they were a very, very good team, and much like it was when we were over there, they turned the tap on us in the last 15 minutes, in particular the last 10. My God, I thought we were never going to get out of there. And you know the usual stupid thing, Jimmy. When we get the ball out, we get it to one of our players, and what do we want today? Why don't we go into the corner?
I know.
These are the questions.
There's only 15 minutes to go, Bridge.
No, I'm talking about very late on in the game.
In the last minute. I mean, Tav, I can't remember who was running on the left of him, but he could have played it Morelos on the right, and it might have been Ojo. I can't remember.
It was Ojo.
And he never played it to anybody. And that summed up what we've done for the last half an hour. Yeah. We became slack and we passed the ball at the park, and we stopped getting at each other. But I think in the defence of the midfield, and maybe a Rebo, and even Kent and Morelos. With the energy they put in, the emotional energy of Sunday and then last night, it was very understandable that they ran out a wee bit of gas, JFK.
Okay, I would say you're right there. I mean, it very is very understandable because, you know, a lot of the games have been playing, especially after the Azersons a last week and then get into this game. I mean, there must have been, you know, will we go for a draw? Will we go for a win? And obviously the Gaffers help go for a win, but we're just tired. I mean the first 45 minutes, I thought, especially at Rebo, I thought this is fantastic football again. And we fell away and we just looked jaded. Some of the passing was very short, hitting it out. Rebo just didn't seem to be the same player to be taking that. You know, you're like, what's happening here? And I think it was fatigue. You know, I think that the players were tired after what had happened the last couple of weeks. So that's maybe something that the gaffer should be looking at. You know, I mean, again, it's not a criticism. You know, as he usually subs right. You know, he needs to look on the park. I mean, we can all see it, and we're not just the common people, as they say, and we can see what's happening. Surely he can see the same, that certain players aren't just doing it on the day because either they're tired or they're not good enough.
I think we have Edmondson missing, Stephen Davis missing, which showed up last night. And I don't mean we need to go out and sign 2 megastars, Bridge, but we're just a couple of bodies short, and we have to. The squad has to be rejigged so for quality, because we're looking to bring players on, and I don't want to have a go at the boy Ojo. I get what Jimmy said last night. He gave away the free kick. I've no thought he's had it since the first day I've saw him. I've seen him score a couple of good goals. He scored a fantastic goal against Feyenoord, great goal, but I just don't think I don't think he's got a heart for it. In more ways than one. He chased back last night and put in a slide tackle, but that's a different kind of heart.
But it wasn't just the free kick he gave away, Oxshire. When he came on, his first 4 touches, mate, he gave the ball away. Mm-hmm. You know, and that can't happen. I know what you're saying, and I agree with you. Put on in that slide tackle, you know. But that's what he's there for. But it's 11 players on the park. But for me, no, and I know, everybody shouts, GFK said he was going to be a wonderful player, and I stand by that, what I said. But I'm taking that back now, and I hope everybody understands that for my reason, because I'm just going to use what it is. He's mince, mate. Yes, he's no for it, and for whatever reason, the gaffer just seems to bring him on. Every time he takes somebody off, he puts on Ojo. And
seems to be. Maybe the complete opposite for Rudy. Maybe the jersey's too big for him, too heavy for him.
But
I don't. Sorry.
Oh, you go, Bridge, man. You're
no, you were talking to him. You're talking about you. Then you go.
No, well, my 2 boys come in last night, and probably the same as yourself, Bridge, man. when Ojo was standing in the touchline ready to come on, and it's horns in the heads. You know, what are you bringing him on for? Was that the reaction that you were getting on about you?
Well, I think most folk that follow the Rangers would feel are similarly, not necessarily exactly the same. But yeah, I think you're wondering, out of all the squad that we've got, and some of the some of the things that have been said, like we're getting two players for every position type thing. There are areas of Ojo's game that can be questioned, and that, unfortunately for the boy, that's the God's honest truth. His decision making sometimes is appalling. Yeah. I have to say that, absolutely appalling. But you know, when he sparks the magic and it goes for him, and he has these beautiful shots at goal, that's the Ojo we're all looking for, and that's what the manager's probably hoping for as well. Get him on a little bit.
You can't have 3 bits of magic a season.
No, I understand. I understand that. I understand that.
I think the boys, he's most likely had a lot of promise, and now he's been asked to play real high level competitive football. He's just come up a wee bit short. I'm not denying that he might go and find a level in England or something like that, but to play for the Glasgow Rangers, in my opinion, just my opinion, my humble opinion, JFK, he ain't good enough. But he wasn't the reason we lost the goal last night. He gave away the free kick, and then once again, one of our centre backs and my right back made the wrong decisions against young boys who were involved. The last time Tav tried to come out and play like Tav does, he tried to cut it out and he get beat to it, and then he was out of position, and then Golson. I still don't know what he was doing. I don't know what you thought when you watched it today again, Jay.
I'm the same as yourself, mate. I sat and I watched it the other day, sitting nice and quiet. You can reflect a wee bit more with the others round about you shouting, and I 100% agree with what you're saying. You know, I don't know what Tav was doing, but worse, I don't know what the heck Golson was playing it, you know, and it was a silly goal. I mean, Big Barisic has had a swing at it, you know, but don't forget when he's I never noticed at the time, but when he's having a swing at to try and put the ball out, you know, he's falling back as well, and it was an own goal. You know, the ball was in. That was a really poor goal to lose. You know, we should have had that covered. And it ended up the last 4 or 5 minutes. It was looking through the fingers.
Bridge, I don't know if you noticed that, but the goal we lost. I mean, for me, all right, the boy get the shot in, but Golson let him get the shot in. He's got to get close to him.
Yeah, I think that I'm not wanting to criticise any players too much tonight, in my honest opinion, unless we go into it. If we want to go into it deeply, then we can go into it deeply. But really, I thought everybody played their part tonight. Last night, rather.
Golson up to that particular minute, Bridge had a good game.
I thought Golson was tremendous. I think, unfortunately for him, when the pressure's on and you're down to two banks of 4 across your own goal, basically, and that's where we were. And it starts to panic, and he's not the quickest on his feet, and he doesn't seem to appear to see the trickery, and that's what the Bills did to him last night. They beat him with trickery, and then the next thing you know, the thing's wide open, and the guy gets his chip in or his cross in, and obviously I'm not doing that end, so I don't see all the activity, but I could see the boy. Sort of dummying him to be honest with you.
I don't think he done a lot, Bridge. He let Golston give him a guide when you can do with a modern ball. I gave him a guide because he gave him a yard. They had to just go there and store it up and try and force him out the way. But that's only my opinion. Anyway, if people want to join us and give their opinions, Bridge, which is usually better than ours, what's the number?
Number's 0141 356 1972.
Or where else can you join us, JFK?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and our 2 hostesses, Fox and Old School Blue, will let you in. If you call in and you don't get connected, they will call you straight back, and you may speak to any of us. There you go.
Fox has got one of the hostess trolleys, Bridge.
Hostess trolley. What's you started there, JFK? You started.
I've stopped using the word voluptuous. We'll use hostesses.
Honestly, that's what he does when he has his tea. He's superb, man. He's got his starter, his main, and he puts and keeps it all nice and warm and that whenever, because, you know, fair play.
Hostess trolley. I haven't heard of him for years.
He's a man of means is our Fox.
Jeff G in the lobby saying the hostess with the mostess. All these phrases come out God knows when. Well said, Jeff G. I remember that sort of phrase well.
And just remember, Bridge, you get nothing for a pair on this game.
It was a hostess for the mostest you got on the sale of the century, wasn't it?
We've been joined with Port Bear. Nice to see you. Nice.
Oh dear.
Evening, Port Bear.
All right, boys, how we doing?
All right,
yeah,
Port.
we're all right, mate. I'm probably chuffed. We're just dissecting the downside of the game last night. Some of our play the last half an hour, but I think we're all delighted to be where we are, mate. Yourself?
We just keep rolling on, Ox, you know. Into the last 32, first time in a very long time. Again, my novice manager gets us, you know, we're probably not a lot of people expected us to be. So, you know, my hat is off to that squad and my hat is off to the manager because they've absolutely been outstanding. I had a wee spell last night where, you know, young boys took a wee bit of control of the match, but I never felt that we were going to lose the game, Ox. I really didn't. I didn't think we were going to lose the game. Up to that
goal, mate, I didn't think they looked scoring. Really didn't. One either. McGregor put out the bar, you know.
Yeah.
And that was all. It was all edge of the box stuff. They McGregor wasn't diving and saving, but they were putting long balls in deliberately. They had a tactic, but I thought we would have seen it out. I really did. And then we had that moment of madness when we gave the goal away.
Yeah, I think Barisic had to have a go at it, Ox, to get it out. Unfortunately,
it was going in anyway because if it got past him, the other boy would have put it in the net.
That's what I'm getting at. I think if he had to go for it, and if he put it wide and he put it over the bar, it'd have been great, a great stoppage. But just unfortunate. The guy had a great game, and then that happens to him. But for me, he was still man of the match. Outstanding last night, Barisic. Yeah. Outstanding.
What was the incident? I never saw all of the incident, but when it was up at their supporters.
Oh, they were throwing stuff at him.
They were throwing stuff, aye.
One of the guys said they're throwing stuff and it's landed in the pitch. Did anybody say anything about it from a referee perspective?
On the TV pictures, Bridgeman, you actually see.
I believe my understanding is that Fair were complaining that it was stones, no bricks.
I couldn't actually see what it was. They were throwing objects, and I think people thought he was getting up and going, oi, oi, sort of thing, no arms out, come on in. But it wasn't. It was basically saying, oh, quit the bloody throwing of stuff. He's seen it as well. He's seen some objects on TV. I don't think the commentators did any favours, because I think they were just thinking, they were more or less trying to say, oh, that's terrible what he's doing. Because I wasn't listening to it. I didn't watch it on BT Sport. I watched it on another platform, and the commentators were on there were more or less saying he was inciting. I was like, well, you're playing with yourself, I mean? I was raging.
Well, I never saw any getting thrown. One of the guys beside us said stuff's getting thrown onto the pitch. I never saw it, right?
Oh, definitely.
But the linesman was there because Barisic was going to take a corner, and if he must have seen it. If you guys seen it, he must have seen it. So
you get hit with one of the Toblerones, you know about it.
But if it was it a bottle or something like that?
It looked like smaller objects. To me, it looked like things like lighters and stuff.
Oh,
that sort of idea.
Do you know something? See the guys doing that. I mean, that's cuckoo to do that.
Aye, definitely. Even when they took a corner, GFK,
that was wasted.
That was a wasted joke there, wasn't it?
No, because your presentation was poor.
Presentation was rubbish.
You need to build up a bit more.
GFK, have the floor again, GFK. Try it again.
No. Because he'll just slag me. You know what he's like? No, I'm waiting for the next to come, but I'm on nice wee Peronis tonight.
I'm very happy. I'm going to slag anyone.
I've been on nearly a minute now. I've not been pelted yet, so I'm doing it.
Hey, I'll declare myself, mate. My boy brought me in a case of Peroni tonight, so I'm on it tonight, okay? I'm a you, pal.
Are you sitting there drinking when we're doing this job?
No, I'm sitting looking at this case of Peroni, whether I'm going to open or not. What do you think?
What do you think? You fibber.
You didn't say it was Peroni before the show.
No, well, see, I've tried something here. I've tried Peroni, vodka, and there's a new Christmas ginger spiced iron brew.
In the same glass?
Aye.
What, Peroni, vodka, and iron brew ginger spice?
Magic, mate. Hey, Oxshare will tell you, see us guys from Partick, man, we've got stomachs like iron.
Jimmy, brilliant.
That's his best as gloves.
I can't make my first drink with you, Mum, I tell you.
Oh dear. You need to come down to a day. You need to come down to a day in Partick, mate.
Have a look and see what they put in the lobby for you there, Jimmy.
He's changed his drink. He had his Corona before the show, then he's went to Peroni.
I beg your pardon. I am not that. I am not juicy.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
By the way, just for the record, Blue Blood, the next time we go, you better stick to that.
I'll tell you what, when their supporters let off their flares, the amount of smoke was just unbelievable. And it just didn't even go away. It was just hanging there, Incredible.
They brought a good support bridge, didn't they? I was there.
Yeah, somebody was telling us like just under 3,000 or something.
They took their full allocation. Your full allocation's 5%. You can get in the competition rules, and they took up their full allocation.
Brilliant.
They were brilliant, and they were singing. They sang an awful lot last night. Most of the game they were singing, and most of the times, certainly in the first half, when we were singing, they put their flags up, their scarves up.
Good. I like to see it. I like to see, both sides of fans really supporting their clubs. It makes for them, the whole atmosphere. Good on them.
Did I not see them doing the bouncy as well? I don't know if we were doing the bouncy at the same time. Oh, what an atmosphere. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And we've knocked them out, mate, a Champions League team. They came out of the Champions League qualified, top of the Swiss League. We'll put out Feyenoord as well, so who were the champions of Holland 2 years ago, is that right?
Yes, under Van Bronckhorst.
2 years ago, so look, we know we never won the group. It would have been better if we hadn't lost that goal. I don't deny that for a minute, but it doesn't take away from the defeat Port Bear. 14 games we've played in Europe so far. 14 games.
And wee Fred makes a top goal scorer. That's what I keep saying. See all these negative, tubes on press, media, whatever you want to call them, that keep, down their club. Look what our club's doing. You just have to look at it, and I keep saying it. Novice manager, young team getting built, and we're achieving great things. And I keep saying this as well. There's massive, big, amazing things happening at Ibrox right now. And Ox, is it not just great to be part of it? Is it not just great to be part of the Rangers family, supporting your club and seeing this wonderful club under Gerrard who signed another 2-year deal, takes him out to 24.
Hey, listen, no, whoa, I've got a script here, you shut up. You've just
what was going on?
Enough for you, right? You've said enough. You're on that Gabby Wah. Right, we've been joined by Albert, the voice of reason. My script, I might as well rip it up.
Sorry, mate, sorry.
Oh, Bert, give me a horn here. We're talking about a game. He wants to talk about everything. The show's only going to be 20 minutes tonight.
It's premature ejaculation, that one.
That's what it is.
Oh, my
God.
You can't say that.
He gets too excited, Albert.
I'm only drinking Corona, Albert. Behave yourself.
How you? Don't you be starting on me.
I'll tell you one thing, Byron. I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'll tell you one thing, mate. I hope Rangers will get enough money in the kitty to buy a tin of WD-40 for Ojo. I mean, he runs about like his handbrakes jammed on. It's unbelievable, man. It really does, man. The boys get pace, but he never uses it.
I just think he's gone, mate. I think he's gone in the heat, and it's too big for him, and it's not going to work. That's my opinion, and I think for him, he'd actually be better moving away from us. I mean, I'm not having a go at the boy when I say that. I do think it's gone. There's a lack of confidence.
Oh, sure. Do you not think it might turn out the same as who was the other boy?
Ajaria.
Do you not think that's what's going to happen to him?
I think Ajaria was a better player. A better player, mate.
Right, fair enough.
I just think the boy Ojo's in a huff at the moment. That's the way he plays to me. He looks like a boy that's in a huff. I don't think he likes the criticism. Who does like criticism? Let's be honest about it. But if he would just produce more bits of magic, he would get all the praise in the world. They really would. But hey, well, it is what it is, isn't it? But I'd like UEFA to offer Willie Collum and his two linesmen a video of that game to show them how the offside rule works. It's quite good. It'd be good for them, know what I mean?
And I agree, mate.
So you go offside, you blow the whistle and put the flag up. It's quite good, know what I mean? It's a good system.
Is that a new thing?
I only started it last night, mate. I think it was last night.
These rules, you can't keep up with them, can you?
No, changing all the time, isn't it, mate? But job done last night. That's a good thing about it. That's a real positive. Job done. Played some good stuff. Ran out of steam. It's as simple as that. We just ran out of steam. And you can't blame the guys. You can't blame them. You really want to, can you? Because they're putting some effort. The last 3 games, they put some effort into the 3 games. They try to manage the Aberdeen game, but mismanaged it. You know what I mean? Because they forgot that once you take your foot off the gas, it's difficult to put it back on again. You know what I mean? And get back up to speed. So apart from that, I mean, 3 big games. And see, if you look at it, see the way that these 3 games pan, just in isolation, these 3 games, regarding these 3 games to the rest of the season, it worked out well for the club, not for the supporters, but for the club it worked out near enough, not perfect, but near enough, because my priority was the league, win the Aberdeen game, then win the League Cup, and then see what you can do in Europe. Well, the club was the other way about. They wanted Europe, then the League Cup, then the league. know what I mean? At this time of the season I'm talking about. So it worked out perfect. The big priority for the club was Europe. And it's job done, mate. Really, job done.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point of view, it's great.
I don't know what it's like to go in a huff, so I'll bring in Fox. He's our huff expert to see what he thinks and get his views on last night. Evening, Fox.
Evening.
He's in the huff.
These your thoughts on last night, mate?
Absolutely fantastic result. Fantastic campaign for way back to early July. And I was a bag of nerves when I left the house, and I was a bag of nerves until the final whistle. But I skipped on that road to the subway, mate. I was absolutely delighted.
Pleased with that. And Fox, I mean, 8 qualifying games, 6 games in the group stages, and we're into the last 32. It's not to be sniffed at, mate.
No. We're not the first team to do that for the qualifying sections, mate. Malmo have done it, and Red Star Belgrade have done it. So they're decent sides in Europe now. So let's hope we go on and make our mark in this competition. I'm absolutely delighted the way the team performed last night. I've listened to the show last night and so far tonight, and it was a case of we ran out of steam. What about giving a wee bit of credit to young boys who changed their shape, brought on more attacking players and pushed us back? And as for mistakes for our goal, what about the mistake for it?
Aye, there was a couple of good mistakes for their goal. I think the boy played a mercy and then the big centre-half missed it. Aye, that's fair comment, Fox.
Well, that's what happens in football. I thought we were terrific, mate. I thought the midfield worked very, very hard against a very tall and strong midfield, and we bossed it for good 60 minutes. And it was on the 60-minute mark they changed, and I think that had a lot to do. I think they came for the draw, hoping that Porto would maybe get their result, learn their result at half time and change things, and went for us. And I thought it was a good game all in. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
They went direct, Fox, didn't they? That's what in my opinion, that's what they did, Ox. I think they went direct. They brought in Big Guy on. Yeah.
They brought in the big number 99, who must have been about 7 feet tall or something.
Yeah, big basketball player, wasn't he?
He used to play for PSG a few years ago, guys. He was a good PSG striker. Hararo, his name is. He's a good, but they just went long. They know. I've obviously looked at us, and they know, if you're sort of pinging the boys over towards goals and Taverniers area, that's where problems come from in our team. A big man needs to jump. A big man needs to learn to defend. He really does.
I think they done their homework on us, mate.
Yeah,
Knew that we would run away at the park and chase them down for as long as we could at Ibrox, and they were hoping to stay in the game until late, and that's the way it panned out. And
but that's what they did with us. That's what they did with us over there, is it not, Fox? They did the same thing with us over there.
Aye.
We went 1-0 up, absolutely superb. I thought we're going to win this game, and all of a sudden the game just seemed to change, and they pushed up and pushed up and pushed up.
Is that the risk and reward, Fox, for the way we play? Because we did put some of our energy in.
Aye. Well, it is risk and reward, and we got our reward last night, and we were due that reward. I think we've been excellent all through the campaign. I don't think we've been behind for more than maybe 15 minutes in any tie that we have been behind in. And a big up to the manager and the backroom staff. And everybody at Ibrox, because I'll be honest, when we drew this group, you asked how many points we were getting. I said 4.
Is that right? Did you say 4?
I said 4, mate. I thought we maybe beat Young Boys at Ibrox and maybe snatch a draw against one of the other ones. It was a strong group, and here we are into the last 32. Maybe no as winners, but winners in the eyes of the Rangers support.
And moving on,
that's absolutely wonderful.
One at a time. Moving on to a big game on Sunday, Fox, which becomes massive because we need to get back on the road and we need a result.
Aye, well, we'll just play the way we play, mate. If it's good enough, we'll win. And I do believe that we're a good enough side to beat MD on our day. And I think we'll go to Fir Park and come back with a result.
Richmond?
Yeah, I can't disagree with Foxy there. I think that the way we played last night, the way we played against Aberdeen first half, and the way we played against that mob for, I would suggest, 90% of that game in Sunday, the cup final, we have been absolutely outstanding. Very skillful, brilliant passes, and all of them going to feet. Just wonderful to see. And we probe. And all of for some reason or other, we do something stupid, and we kind of fall out of the game. And we definitely ran out of steam last night on the 75th, running into the 75th minute. You could see it visibly bad on them. So I don't know whether we can the coaches get any more out of these guys to improve them. I hope so. But some of the guys, you're not going to get any more than that. At that level, to play at that level, you've got to be virtually 100% of the time. That team were very, very good when they were attacking us. Very good and very quick. And you've got to keep up with these boys, and it takes some time. It really does. You saw young Kent, who's a rapid wee player, and sometimes he got left for dead. He was getting left for dead many times. Even with nudges and things like that. Too light.
I couldn't understand where Kent was playing last night. I couldn't understand it. Yeah. Too central for me. He's not going to go and beat 6 players. He's going to isolate the fullback and do his damage, but just my thoughts.
No, you're absolutely right, but his control in the second, particularly the second half, you could see probably his legs were starting to go. His control was pretty bad because the ball was bouncing off his shin and his knee and things like that, which isn't usual for a player like that. But they put so much into it. I mean, that was a massive, massive game with massive input for the players. Marvellous. No kidding on, the place was just electric last night. Just electric.
What, Bear?
I agree with a few points here, Ox. The Ryan Kent thing's been demon on since probably final. I don't like him for in central because you know you've played the games. Ox, you know how busy it can be in there, and when you're coming in after the left hand side, you know you're crowding everybody. You're crowding your own midfield men. He's got more players to try and get by. I just would like to see him just stay out and stretch the game at any chance he can get. I think the boys are saying after the 70 minutes, I think over the last, run of games we've had, I think the guys are running themselves into the deck for us every game. I don't even ask much more. With Davis being out, when we're usually trying to see games out, he's the one that controls the pace of the game. He'll get the ball and start playing a possession-based football. So we did really miss him, and this is why I keep saying, we're talking about transfers earlier on. I was listening to the start of the show and I heard Jimmy mention about strikers and stuff. I would still love to see a central defensive midfielder, mate. A guy that just does that job at all. That's all he does. He doesn't even probably come over the halfway line. He just sits in front of our back four, and sometimes even sits in between my two centre halves, just to keep it tight and shoot these games, because we really need to stop, this losing goals in the second half the games, and we also need to learn to, see games out. But other than that, I think, the midfield last night, I thought the first half, I thought Kamara was excellent last night. Ryan Jack, I thought he was excellent as always. But as the boys have been saying, it's definitely, probably the energy levels are being sapped out of the guys because of the number of high pressure games I've had. It's the pressure as well. It's not just about the running about all over the place. It's the pressure that comes with them games.
Just got to drive ourselves on 4 games now, and hopefully we can win the 4 of them. Yeah. Take 12 points, and then the boys can have a break. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Ox, yeah, did you not see any the breakdown today that was released by UEFA about the money?
I read that earlier on, mate. It's worth, what, was it 18 million? It's worth
18 million. 18 million quid, man.
As I said, I said 5 million, but it's worth an extra 4 million for last year's figures, eh?
Well, it's absolutely astounding. It's 18 million we could get before, and but the pool money alone is worth something in the region of 7 or 8 million for TV and revenue, etc.
Right. And is this 18 million? Does that include the one? Let's say the one game at Ibrox is to come. At least one game at Ibrox. Including that.
Aye. It says that we've already earned 2.6 million from a group stage allocation and another 700,000 for progressing through the Europa League qualifying.
That doesn't include the gate money, does it?
That doesn't include the gate money.
Right.
But our group matches yielded two wins and 3 draws, earned us at 1.4 million. And then by qualifying just for the knockout stages, it'd be nice to get the 1.6 million, but we get the 900,000, as well as a further bonus of 420,000 for finishing second in the group. And it says, but then there's in addition to that, there's a guaranteed £6 million sum for getting into the share of the TV pool that has been increased by UEFA for the coefficient ranking, as well as the match day commercial and merchandise income that clubs bring in themselves. It's fantastic.
Quite amazing, isn't it?
That's
Quite
brilliant.
amazing.
That's brilliant.
So the thing about it is we'll be closing down the revenue gap all there, you know, and another team whose revenues are falling, but ours are rising.
Aye, absolutely, mate. I mean, it's all good news. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it just shows you how important that game was last night. I mean, we're all sitting and thinking about it and thinking this, but you start breaking it down and look at the cold light of day, you really see how much it benefits the club. You know what I mean? And all credit to the team and all credit to Gerard, man. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's going to be one of the second biggest revenue stream we've got, because we don't get our strip money, don't we? No.
No, really, no at the moment, no. Not at the moment.
But the gap is closing. It's closing. There's no gap. There's just no gap. I don't see the gap. It's just crap press talk gaps. There's no gap. We're already there. As King said, we're already there. We're as much as much now with them. Now we need to get ahead, start shooting ahead, and put us back to where we should be, and we're well on the way to do that.
All right. We had a couple of press conferences we want to hear. The first one was talking about the game at Motherwell. We're going to hear that before the tune. So if you don't mind getting yourself on mute, we'll hear from our assistant manager, Gary McAllister. Is he MBE or OBE?
What is your taste?
Gary McAllister. So get yourselves on mute.
Decision to sign a new contract. We sign as a team. You know, it's we're privileged to be able to come in here and work. It's a fantastic facility, great club. So I would like the manager, on behalf of all the staff and all the coaching staff anyway, we're all just delighted to commit, you know, a further 2.5 years or to 24.
If you knew Stephen as a man, as a player before you came, but you didn't know much of him as a coach, as a manager, how do you see him developing in the role and the job he's done so far?
Well, he's definitely grown into the job. I knew the fact that you're coming to a club with high expectation. You know, he's lived with that in his entire career, so that's something I knew that he'd cope with. But it's still new to him, and I think as a team of 5 or 6, and then with all the physio staff and sports science staff, I think things are moving on pretty well, and the progress has been seen.
Yeah, some almost understandably ask the questions when a young manager steps in, no matter the playing career that person may have had, so can they hack it in the job? From what you see, do you think he's started to answer that question bit by bit with the progress that has been made?
Yeah, because I see 2 different people now. You know, I know, as you say, I knew Steven Gerrard, the player, he was a teammate, but now I see Steven Gerrard, the manager. You know, and they never cross over, and that's something he's very aware of, that he cannot rely on an amazing career, that he's going into a different field, and he's just thrown himself right into it. You know, he's achieved all his coaching qualifications, and he's very, very enthusiastic along with the rest of us.
What has European progress last night done in terms of marking the progress, furthering the progress, but also what does it do in terms of furthering the development of this group, selling this idea to people, I guess?
I think in arriving here, I think one of the main job was to try and get some respect back for this club and this badge. The kudos of doing well and getting back into the European campaigns and getting to where we got last season and going one better this season. I think that adds to that, you know, and that's just another mark of the progress. But the most important thing is the players. I think the players have shown belief due to the fact that they've gone to places like last season at Villarreal, you know, this season going to Porto, going to Feyenoord, against good teams, and shown a belief, you know, and that ability play under pressure, playing against good players.
Stephen said in his speech last week he was determined to bring success back to his club. How far away do you think that's?
Well, nobody can put. I'd love to tell you, I'd love to give you a good answer on that. But what I can assure you is we're just working as hard every day to get to that point, because nothing's been achieved yet. There has been progress, but the thing is, ultimately, a club like this is gauged. The barometer is winning trophies, and we've got to try and win, and that is the target.
Does progress maybe come a bit quicker? Did you expect to be able to get to the knockout stages of European competition by this time?
No, after entering into the campaign last year and how well we did last year, I felt we could go one better this year. But I think we've grown with the experience of last season's campaign. And we were all pretty confident that we could get a good run. When the draw was made, seeing Porto and Feyenoord in the group, I always felt it was going to be a really tough group, and that's not underestimating young boys either. So to come through that group, and the facts are that we, over the 2 legs, we beat Porto and Feyenoord, so there's definitely progress there.
There was question marks made of the team and perhaps a mindset, the ability to withstand pressure after Sunday's game, but for them to get the result last night, what do you think that says about the character?
Questioning our performance on Sunday. Did we look like a team that played under pressure on Sunday? I don't think we looked like a team that couldn't cope with pressure. I thought the game on Sunday we lost. Big disappointment in losing that game, but I didn't see a team that was fearful. I seen a team in the front foot who played very well, and unfortunate not to get a result. We need to be more clinical in front of goal, but I don't see us being fearful.
Gary, do you think there was a lot of pressure on everyone to get to the knockout stages? Now you've done that, do you think the next round it's more about excitement rather than pressure?
It's a good pressure. I agree with you. I think that we'll probably get through a group that people didn't think we'd get through, and now you're sort of maybe saying it's a free ride now. But once you get there, we're now thinking we're looking for a positive draw on Monday, and you just don't know. A 2-leg affair. Bringing teams to Ibrox is, I think opponents will find it difficult coming to Ibrox. So, listen, we would like a favourable draw. There's teams that I don't want to mention we'd like to avoid. But if we do get drawn against those teams, that the prestige of those games, they're pretty special under the lights at Ibrox.
Nicola, what was it like for you playing again?
Yeah, it was good. It was a tough game against really good opponent. Really important game for us after the last 2 games, especially after the final, where we lost the final. We were a better team, and there was some chance to react and to show people we deserve to go through, and I think we play really good and well deserve to be in the last 32.
What was your mindset like going into that game? Because obviously having not played for a long time and then getting thrown into what is a real high pressure game, how are you feeling in the preparation for it?
It's been a bit pressure, to be honest, because it was, as I said, it was an important game for us. I didn't play maybe 1-2 months, but I have experience in this game, like I play Legia Warsaw games and Spartak Moscow last year, so I prepare myself. I work hard every day, so I was ready to get my chance.
You don't know exactly how long Philip's going to be out for, but do you see this as a good opportunity to make your mark in the first team once again and try and nail down a centre-back spot?
Yeah, I'm not happy because he is injured. He's a good boy and my friend, we live together every day. But as I said, I was working hard and waiting for my chance, and now I'm ready to take it again.
What did the manager say to you during that period when you had to basically wait for this sort of opportunity?
Yeah, we had conversation and he was honest with me, and I agree with him. Philip and Connor play really good every game, a lot of clean sheets and everything. So just to work hard and stick to the plan, what he expects from me, and to be ready for the chance.
You had spells when you were running the team last year. Did that make that easier to handle and to adjust to because you've been through those kind of experiences?
Yeah, it's a bit easier because I went through this in my first year, and I learned from there as well, because I come back last 7-8 games at the end of the season, play really good, waiting for my chance. It was the same this year, and hopefully now it's coming like some better times for me.
Now that you're back in the team, you must be doubly determined to make sure that you take this opportunity while Philip is out to make sure that you stay with him here.
Yeah, it's about team now. I want to help team. Don't want to think too much about me. But if team plays good, I'll play good as well because teammates will help me, and hopefully I'll keep my shirt.
Yeah, it's obviously been a busy period for the team in the last couple of weeks. Looking ahead to Motherwell, how important is it that you sort of managed to get the guys recovered well enough to get them back up for Motherwell?
Yeah, it's something we've had to cope with, for 18 months. This Thursday, Sunday, so I don't see a problem there. We've got a nice deep squad. It'll be a different type of game, but we have gone, Aberdeen Cup final, Europe. Now we're back to the bread and butter. It's a very important game versus Motherwell, so we'll be ready.
Does it feel like it's a relentless schedule at the moment? Because it's not even like there's fixtures that you can look at and go, that's one where we can maybe take the foot off. They're all such huge.
Yeah, I agree. I think that each game is as important as the next one. And that's exactly what we've been doing. We've been trying to treat these games in isolation and just try to focus on what's the next one in front of us. There's been a wee bit of disappointment after the cup final, but I thought we reacted. There's a lot of mental pressure coming off the back of a loss in a cup final to get into a European game where you had to get a result. But equally, going into Motherwell, there's the same pressures because we've got to keep chasing the team above us.
Stephen said before that come January probably look to trim the squad rather than add to the squad. Does your run in the Europa League affect your thinking in any way? And if you were to have an extended run in the Europa League, what impact do you think that might have on you domestically?
Yeah, because a good point there, because I feel that prior to the last week or so, we've had very few injuries, so the squad has looked, there's been too many people been left disappointed, not actually making, the 18. But as but the gauge has always been, you always sort of factor in, injuries. And we've been with a clean bill of health. Touch wood, we can continue to get that luck. But there has been a few injuries recently, so our thinking may have to change because we need some more bodies around. Yeah.
And Nicola, Gary mentioned there about a one-off game, 2 legs, anything can happen. Is there a belief within the squad that there's nothing to stop a run further in this competition, the Europa League?
Of course, we believe in ourselves because we show in the past 2 years we can play against everyone. Porto is Champions League opponent. They lost Liverpool last year in the quarterfinal. With the Real Spartak Moscow, we play really good against all the teams. If you ask me, this year I think we played the best football in the group stage. Disappointed because we are not top of the group. And if you ask me, I think we can play against every opponent in the last 32.
What do you make of Alfredo? The way he's bounced back from Sunday, focus on him, but the way he took his goal last night to get through the last game, was so impressed.
Yeah, he showed his class again. He's top scorer of the group stages, and it was difficult for him because no one wanted more than him to score against Celtic and help the club to achieve something. But he showed the class again, and in a really tough game, he get a goal for us and help us to go to the group.
What do you make of Motherwell this season?
I watched them recently. Motherwell are doing very well. I think that I think it's very, very clear in the last 6-8 months. There's been a change of style. There's youth in their legs, and obviously more possession based. So we're going to go there. It's a tough game. It generally is against Motherwell, but we'll be prepared, and our due diligence going into this game will be the exact same as all the other games. It's a tough fixture.
Does this change of style go more possession based? Does that suit you guys more than perhaps when they were that sort of more direct physical team?
Well, the thing is, that's the beauty of our league here. There's different opponents each week, and you've got to be able to actually play against all sorts of styles. Within a game, even good teams, there's no harm in looking to be direct. All the good teams do it. So we've just got to be able to adapt to what Motherwell will do on the day. Whether they continue to play the way they normally do, or they might be a change against us.
Is there any update on Philip?
No, he's still out as we speak, but the length we're just a wee bit unsure. We're still waiting on some results coming back.
Any other teams for the weekend?
No, we've got a clean bill of health. Everybody's come through last night fine, so we're picking from the same group.
See with Stephen Davis, is he the
He's still a doubt, you know. He's somebody we've just got to be very careful with Stephen at the moment.
Jordan Jones, is he?
He's very, very close. He's training really well, looking sharp.
Josh Edmondson, all right, I think he missed the very first.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a tummy upset and a wee bit of flu, coldy virus flipping around, but he's looking much better this morning as well.
Gary, you're saying you need to be careful with Stephen Davis. Would you be hopeful that he would play again this year?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, thanks for that, old school Blue Fox. Well back, gentlemen.
Indeed.
Yes, mate. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Albert.
Oh, that was good. I like the man about you put him in his place with this you're under pressure nonsense, know what I mean? It's just bit right away, slap back down. Excellent.
He's
that was
he's a good,
sorry,
he's a good listener, McAllister, isn't he? Very honest.
Aye, just tell us the way it is, mate. I mean, that's all you're looking for. Just tell us the way it is. Don't mince about and sugar the pills. Just tell us the way it is. And, it was good. Very good.
Bridgman?
Well, can I come in, Ox? Yeah, I was just going to say, Albert, you're absolutely right there, pal. You know, every single one of them in the press and the media and God knows where, they all think Rangers were under pressure against Celtic. They actually believed that we were under severe pressure. We murdered them, pummeled them into the ground, just couldn't score, that's all. So I really agree with you, Albert. That was brilliant of him saying that to them. Put them in their place. Absolutely. Wow, what a Rahman Bagwash, eh? He asked the most questions of any supposed reporter, and every one of them was a pile of crap.
That was a good one with him and Ox. He turns around, that Bagwash turns and says to Katic, do you think you can go on a run in this? Have we not already on a run?
14 games, 14 games.
They're mad.
No, seriously, they're just, I'm not kidding.
How many games have we played in the league? Just need to check that out. Is it 14 we've played in the league? I'm not sure.
I think it's maybe 15. 14, maybe it's the 15th coming up, yeah.
Well,
so we've played as many games in Europe as we've played in the league.
We've played 15 in the league.
15, sorry.
15. So we've played 14 in Europe. That to me is a run. Port Bear.
Aye, we're wondering how our players are knackered, guys, in less than 70 minutes at the moment. Because if you think of the team, it's pretty much been, you know, the same guys week in, week out. You know, they don't seem to get much of a break, do they? You know, so well done to them for, you know, putting the performances in the way they do. Because let's face it, guys, they absolutely press a life out of teams, don't they? You know, they don't stop. They really don't stop. And I think that also was up to the good training that the backroom staff are doing. That's, you know, be good to get a bit of quality in January, a couple of bits of quality just to add. So we do miss some of the good players like your Stephen Davises. We've got somebody that can do that job, etc. You know, just be the calming influence at the older head, just to calm the team down midfield and just, you know, retain the ball instead of gun ho all the time. Just control the ball, use the ball, make the other team work for a wee change. You know what I mean? But
right.
you know, just it's class, mate.
Get yourselves a mute. We're going to have a tune.
Follow me on the road to Dundee. I will boys sing of days that are long gone. The sighs dolly brave when King Billy went away, and the old ring songs of our fathers.
are the Rangers FC. We are the people, you better believe. We are together, we're doing the bouncy all over the world. We had our troubles, but now they are gone. They tried to kill us, but the Bears we stood strong. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. Lucia Vibrox for Lancer a dream. Follow, follow, and God save the Queen. You'll hear us singing, doing the bouncy all over the world. In Barcelona in 72, we beat the Russians by 3-2. Still celebrating, doing the bouncy all over the world. Glasgow Rangers are back where we belong. Lucia Vibrox, and we're still going strong. We wear our colours, the red, white and blue. We wear them proudly like blue noses do. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. The pride of Scotland, but that's nothing new. The pride of Glasgow, and Glasgow is blue. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. To be a blue nose, it fills us with pride. We are united, we'll never divide. We are together, doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world. Doing the bouncy all over the world.
A wee bonus track here for you, Bridge.
That was brilliant, by the way. We're doing the bouncy all over the world. By the way, the guys were brilliant last night with the bouncy stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Superb.
Fox, you still with us, mate?
Oh, yeah, pal.
What about the guy in front of you? What head of tire did they have on last night?
Oh, that bloody bobble on it again, mate. That's a restricted view. I want money back for my season.
Love it. Love it, Foxy.
Did you get my text?
No, I did not, pal.
I sent you on Sunday.
Oh, I don't get any. Oh, on Sunday?
Aye.
No.
Yeah, well, we're looking. Oh, you'll have deleted it, wouldn't you?
Oh, you know me and my phone, mate. I don't answer it.
I know that. Well, if I had already a woman phoning me, I know I wouldn't answer it. He's not denying it. He's not denying it.
No, there's no denials coming out of my talk.
No, I don't see nothing.
I've retired for that sort of thing.
Anyway, so some good news there. Obviously, it doesn't look as if Stephen Davis is going to be ready. Maybe Jordan Jones tomorrow. Anybody think maybe on the bench? Maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, the sooner he's back in among the squad, the better. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Maybe on that right, or a wee swap we can, hopefully.
I'm going to say something here. I mean, I know people might have other things, but I think a Rebo could grow into that position, mate. It's, whether he's going to be his permanent position, I don't know, but he's done okay the last 3 games, mate, and at times he's been excellent.
I like him for the forward docks. I've got to admit that. I see him as a number 10, run about that sort of last quarter of the pitch, because some of them runs into the box last night and some of that close control inside the box, he has got a trick or two. The rest of his game will develop, he will become better, and as you said, will grow in that position even more. So you could be right.
He's got pace.
Oh, definitely, mate. Definitely, 100%. I mean, I know a lot of people, some people on the show didn't think he had pace, but I thought he showed, a good burst of pace last night in full flight. I definitely did.
Anyway, we've been joined by George. Evening, George.
How's it doing, boys? All right?
Hi, George.
All right,
Hey,
your
George.
good self, mate. How are you?
Aye, dodging away, Hawks, dodging away. I mean, last night, what an achievement that is for the club. A lot of people didn't realise how big an achievement it is, and I'll be honest with you. I thought it was just going to be a distraction and things like that, Hawks, but what an achievement for our team, Steven Gerrard, the backroom, just everybody. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic what we've actually done. But going back, I'll go back just because I've not spoken to you since then, Hawks. It was you that made a great point. We all came out of that game the other day there, absolutely devastated. Me for one, absolutely devastated. And then you came up with something. You came out with the 4-0 game, and that's a great point for where we've came from and things like that. A lot of people didn't like talking about where we came from, where we're going and things like that. But it was a great point you made. And for me, the one for me was the 3-2 game. Ox, I think it was Windass that put us up 1-0 in 2 minutes. And then for me, the lad who just bottled it and never made another tackle for the rest of the game. And that team there, I mean, I came we had Morelos in it, and I think Tavernier was in it. I don't think it was many other guys, to be honest, in that team. It was in the team on Sunday, and we've came a long, long way for that. And they haven't went that much further for that team and as well. And I mean, they beat us 3-2 that day, and it could have been 5 or 6-2 if we're absolutely honest. I came out and I was absolutely devastated. But for me, we've actually came a long, long way, and I'm delighted with where we're going. And I think we've given them something to think about for the rest of the season. Ox, I think we can actually take the league now. I really do think we can take the league. And going on to last night's performance, I think it was one of the performances where we just had to get the job done. And for us to be in that group, when you heard our manager speaking, when he's sitting watching the draw, Porto came out, Feyenoord came out, and then Young Boys came out. So that's a Champions League group. And if I'm honest, if we didn't get humiliated in that group, I'll be delighted. And we've actually came through it, and we're actually one of the better football playing teams in that actual group. So for me, what a week! What an actual week it's been. We've been in a cup final, but you can something. I take a lot of positive for it. I really do.
See your point. Your point about the 2 games at Hampden, that 4-0 game. I was fortunate enough to be sitting with Fox at the 4-0 game, and you were angry, George. You were angry. You were humiliated, and you felt let down. On Sunday, we were just disappointed we never get the breaks.
Gutted, Oxy. You came gutted. I mean, you say about that, angry. I couldn't see where we were going to go, Ox. And I think that was about the time when Paul Murray was coming out and saying we're probably 7 years behind them. And in my deep moments, I thought to myself, if we can catch them in 7 years, we'll have to go to them. And we really, really have caught it up with them. But every one of our players stood up the other day there. If I'm perfectly honest, we stood up and we gave them something to think about. We're the better team. And we came up against a fantastic goalkeeper like they used to do Andy Gorham in the 90s. We had one of the games, and maybe never had another game like that in his life, but we should have beat them with 3 or 4 the other day there.
It's just the bounce of the ball, George. I think it was Jimmy Paisley that was on and said when their goalie dropped the ball, and he did drop it. If Aribo puts it out of the line, he's no man of the match. It becomes a complete different game. You know, it's just just couldn't get a break of the ball for it to fall at the right time, or Alfie mishits a shot and it goes through the goalie's legs. These are the breaks you get when it's gone for you.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think we deserve to win the trophy the other day. Rocks. We never won it, and every one of the guys. I mean, Ryan Jack, I thought he was outstanding, and to see how devastated he was at the end of that game was absolutely brilliant. And then going on to last night, Ox, I thought we were brilliant. I really did think we were guys stood up and played good games for us. A lot of people thought we were slacking down for the second half and let them come on to us. We did do that. We could have maybe went for the colour ball, but I've been a wee bit angry with Scott Arfield. I thought he was good last night. Ryan Jack, I thought we had a lot of positives last night also. It's really, really good to see where we're actually going now.
Aye, well said, George. Well said. Anybody want to comment? I'll go to Albert, the voice of reason, and we'll date with age, and obviously Albert's older than Bridge, so we'll go there first. So.
What we commenting on? I was eating my toast there, mate. I was on mute there.
Sorry for interrupting you, mate. We'll come right back to you.
I'm all right. No, I'm all right now. I'm all right.
No. Let's go with your finish your toast, Bridgeman. In you come, mate. Well, he's on the toast and all. Port Bear.
I totally agree with everything that George has made all his points about, Rox. I just think, this is a great time to be a Rangers fan, in my opinion. It's just, and I said it the other night, even after the final, we're going to win that league, Rox, because we're head and shoulders above them. We played them off the park. That's just my opinion. But we showed, we embarrassed them. I mean, I've even watched it again. We absolutely embarrassed them, Rox. And they're praying about there, fuck, I don't know. I wouldn't be praying about nothing after losing like that. Sorry,
you would if you won a cup final, mate. You would have done.
I know, but I get what you're saying, mate. But I think I'd have a wee close look at myself as well. But they I don't think they'll do that. All they care about is they won, and that's it. And I know that's what counts as a trophy. But I am so confident for the rest of the campaign, and I would love Arsenal in the next round. I'm going to put it out here. I would love Arsenal in the next round.
Arsenal. Oh well, easy for me. I'll be here to do the show.
I just think they're on their knees, guys, and I just think I would love to get an English team. I really would. I'd love to get an English team. Because I honest to God, if we play like that, I don't fear anybody. I don't. At Ibrox, I don't fear anybody.
George is picking on the point, Bridgeman, where we were and how far we've came, and I think it's a point that sometimes we forget. Fox has gone on about it a lot. Well, I'm talking to Fox affair, and he's going on about people forget where we were, and somebody misplaces one pass and they want him shot. At the game, we have to get behind the team and try and take us to where we want to be. It's difficult, I know, because we're all nervous and you feel it. There's a nerves that you feel, good nerves, because that means you're competing. Bridge.
Yeah, 100%. Like, one of the things that happens when you're watching a game, as you know, is frustration creeps in, and you watch one of your own players making a wee mistake, and a wee mistake can turn into a mountain, and before long, everybody in the crowd is shouting for that person's blood, and that's just mental. But we just go over the score as supporters when we've done this all our life. And what Fox is saying and George is saying, I'm there. I was with him. We came all the way through this horrendous period, and here we are. We're on the verge of better things. Now, I don't know whether we've got the players and the team to be able to do it, but the ones that we've got, we need to support. 100%, we need to support them. And okay, we can criticise them. Okay, we can get frustrated.
We will.
But don't. But please, all the fans, don't start shouting nasty things to your own players. This is an emotional time for every Rangers fan. Every one of us are very emotional, highly strung when it comes to these things. And the players need our support, and we need to give them our support and let it be known.
JFK.
What really epitomises how far for me that we've come is a game that really was the lowest of the low for me was when we played Alloa Athletic 2014. We were 2-0 up, and they come back and beat us 3-2 in the Petrofac Cup. That for me was one of the biggest downs for me as a Rangers fan against Alloa Athletic, and looking at the team that we'd had with Kenny Miller and Shields scored that game. But look what we've done now, guys. I said last night, 14 European ties under Steven Gerrard, and nobody has beaten us. We've got to say that's a great achievement. And what George is saying is right. Where we are now, Nene's ever thought really would be here. Let's be quite honest. We had that nagging bit in the back of our mind that we would get back, but I'll be quite honest. I was fearful. But my God, if Rangers no proved me wrong, and I'm absolutely fantastically grateful for that. So, anybody that criticises
the Vodafone voicemail service for 07788.
Anybody that criticises the team, let's hope it's constructive criticism, But I don't like this shouting and bawling at players just for the sake of, there is a couple of individuals whoing about me, especially the guy with the bobble hat. I'd love to get.
You seem to have a problem with bubble hats on here.
Well, I think if I could take a pair of shears in or a pair of scissors, I'd cut the bloody bobble off his hat.
Shocking.
You could do that to Foxes, mate. I know Foxes.
Well, aye. But look, criticism's good, but there is some rubbish going about that it's no nice, And would I say it's a
All right,
younger generation? I don't
We'll
know.
be joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Hi, yeah, it's Davy from Paisley.
Hello, Davy. How's it going?
How we doing, Davy? All right?
Aye, good, thanks. Good, boys. Good.
How are
Enjoy
you?
the show. Aye,
All
good,
right, mate.
thanks.
Is this
Good,
the
aye.
first time you've been on?
Yep, certainly is, aye.
All right, okay then. Tell us how you found the show and tell us your
Aye,
thoughts
just
on the
online,
Rangers,
aye.
mate.
It's absolutely brilliant, aye. Absolutely cracking. Good banter as well, so you're doing a good job, boys.
Right, okay. Thanks very much. Thanks for reading out the script we sent you.
I just wanted to echo everybody else who's saying absolutely cracking that Gerrard signed a new extension to his contract.
Aye.
I think it's good news for us. Aye, he's done a cracking job.
We've got an interview for Stephen Gerrard, Davey, if you want to hear it. It's today. I don't know if you've heard it. Talking about his signing his
Aye, go on
contract.
then, aye.
Right, well then you can be first to comment on it. Yeah?
Yep, go for it.
So everybody get yourself on mute now that Davey's raised the good news about the gaffer. Get yourself on mute and we'll hear from our manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
Happy, very proud. It takes me back to the day when I came in. I think it was May the 4th. Such a big day, and it feels pretty similar today to extend my stay here, and obviously very grateful for the club, and it means a lot that day came to me and my staff and recognised the work that we're doing here. That's the most important thing.
Does this show your commitment not only to the club but also to your players, many of whom are on long-term deals themselves?
Yeah, well, I think that's what I've always tried to go about my work, whether I was a player or going into coaching and now management, is I like to be loyal, I like to be committed to the job in hand, and it was a pretty straightforward conversation when Ross and Stuart approached me. It was only just over a week ago, and I asked them to park it up for a week just because of the magnitude of the games. But if the magnitude of the games weren't there, it'd have been done in 5-10 minutes. And I think that shows the commitment that myself and the staff have got here. We believe we've moved the club forward in a lot of areas, and it's where we want it to be right now. But there's still work to do and places where we want to take this club, and we're confident we can do that.
What have you learned about the club since your arrival here 19 months ago that makes you think, yeah, this is the place for me long term?
I already knew a lot about the club in terms of knowledge and education around it before I came in. I was obviously a fan from afar before I was asked to come and lead the club from a manager's point of view. But I think once you're in it, you realise the magnitude of the club worldwide. It's an institution in the game. And it's basically just confirmed the fact that the role I'm in is such a privileged position, and that's the reason why I want to make the most of every single day and why I'm so hungry and desperate to make it a success.
Excellent for you as well that your backroom staff have all committed for the long term too.
Yeah, well, when I was approached, there was two key things that needed to the club needed to be aware of and support me on. One was obviously my family. This had to work for Alex and the girls and Leo and my family, because it's not possible at the moment to have them all here because of GCSEs and because of age and schools and whatnot. But I managed that situation very well and it works. But I needed to get the support from my family first and foremost, which was instant, which is great for me from a personal point of view. And the next important thing was the staff, because for me to do the job I do and for my job to work, I need the right set of skill sets around me. And I believe I've got a fantastic staff team who are all as hungry and ambitious as myself. And when I asked them, or was they keen to extend, it was instant as well. So we're all on the same page. We're all desperate to be here, and we're all desperate to do well here, and that's the key.
You touched on Ross and Stuart. Likewise, the relationship at that level must be terrific for you too.
Yeah, and above, with all due respect, I think from Dave King across the board, we as a group of staff and the team have had fantastic support so far. We've had assurances that that'll continue, and obviously my day-to-day relationship with Ross and Stuart is key. Stuart's been fantastic over the 19 months and been a real good soundboard for me and a shoulder at times. And obviously I've only known Ross for 6-7 weeks, but that relationship's blossoming well. I've been really impressed with his knowledge and his hunger and his intensity around his own job, which basically suits how I want to work as well. So I'm sure that relationship's going to go from strength to strength.
The feeling that you get from the Rangers fans, they're just so desperate for success. Does that drive you on every day?
It's the reason why I'm here. It's the reason why I want to stay here. And Sunday was a very important day for me from a personal point of view, because my feelings only grew stronger towards the support. They've been fantastic with me from day one. They understand and they can see with their own eyes what we're trying to do, how we want the team to play, and I think they've got belief and confidence in us that if we keep doing the right things, keep growing the team, strengthening it in the right areas, I think there's confidence there that it'll turn, and it'll turn for the better.
No, I love that, man. Davey.
Can we chip in and get him a knighthood, please? Absolutely amazing.
Oh, absolutely. He comes across really well, doesn't he? He really does.
Absolutely.
I think it's I think it suits both parties. I mean, I think he's just realised how big a club Rangers are since the time he's been here, and the fact he signed an extension, it's just like it suits both parties. At the end of the day, I think we all realise, we've got to be honest, that he's probably got an eye on that Liverpool job. And it's a bit of a coincidence that a certain manager at Anfield signed a new contract extension as well.
At the same date.
Aye. So, but we've got to be honest, we've got to just enjoy him while we've got him, do you know what I mean?
Does that mean, Davey, we're getting Klopp in 2002 and 2004 then?
Oh, I'd love that,
What's pleased you, Davey? How much improvement have you seen? Are you happy? I mean, obviously, we're disappointed on Sunday.
You were saying that the other day. I mean, see that game at Hampden, they absolutely horsed us. Do you know what I mean? It's just night and day. I mean, we should have hammered them on Sunday. It was heartbreaking, but see, at the end of the day, we absolutely overran them on the pitch, so we did. And it was just a wee bit unlucky, do you know what I mean? I think we're going the right direction. One of the points I wanted to make was, I think we're a young team. There are just a few, maybe 2 or 3 players away from a cracking team, so we are.
Fair comment. I'll take that to Albert, who'll be finished his supper now. Still game loyal.
I've got to keep eating.
Still game loyal.
Aye, I think you're right, mate. I think we're not that far away from being a cracking team. Well, don't get me wrong. I still think we're a good team now, but you're right. For us to get over that next hurdle is maybe a couple of players, and I think will be a really, really good outfit. Honestly, really good outfit. But Gerrard's interview was first class. He's always first class, the man. I don't think he gave a bad interview. The man is just the leader of our club, and he portrays a great image for us. He really does. I could listen to the guy all day long.
George Logan, then Port Bear.
That for me, Ox, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm no ashamed to say it. When we first heard it was going to be Steven Gerrard that was getting appointed, I wasn't 100% sure, because I thought we're bringing in a guy that doesn't know the club. That he's not really managed a club. He's been at a big, massive club, but he's never managed a club. And I've been proved wrong. Absolutely 100% I've been proved wrong. He's been nothing but good for our club. And there were certain things happening at our club, and we never had certain parts of class and things like that. He's brought all that back. Every one of his interviews has been brilliant, and the players' interviews have been brilliant as well. Hawks, mere good news for us, really is mere good news. I'm absolutely delighted he's got that signed out of the line again.
Port Bear?
Hey man, just class, Hawks. For me, he's a born manager. I know we keep saying he's a novice, but he seems to be just such a natural.
He's run through a brick wall for him, eh?
I would, mate. I would, God, I think everyone is in the panel would do likewise. And I think that's the way his team now are starting to play for him. I'm like David. I think the team's only a couple of experiences. I don't want to bring in many younger boys. You're 19 to 20. So I want to bring in maybe a couple of 25 to 27-year-olds. Experienced players to further help and educate our young team. I think, as David says, I think we're only and Albert says, we're only a couple of players, guys, away from just going, not only winning the league, but going on and going a run and winning a few leagues.
JFK then, Bridgeman. Oh.
JFK's ran away.
Has he?
I'm only kidding.
On you go, Bridge.
What can I say about our manager that I haven't said before? I'm not. The guy is just wonderful for us. And from the time he walked in, and I was there when he came in, until last night, you could see it. The only thing that I hear people saying anything negative about him is he's not making the substitutions when some of the fans want it, and they shout to him, "Can't get this up," but he never did it. Never did too much of it anyway. So he's playing his own game. He's using the squad perfectly well. He's got us through to the last 32 in Europe. And can I say that again to everybody? We are through to the last 32 in a European competition. That is nothing short of fantastic. Unbelievable stuff for Glasgow Rangers. Unbelievable. I'm so pleased. Wonderful manager.
You back with us, JFK? No, you might have something on. Fox, you want to come in? Real good news. I was really delighted when the news broke earlier in the week. Fantastic for everybody connected with the club. Fox?
Very, very happy. I think he's doing a marvellous job. I mean, people are saying there that his substitutions aren't right. I looked at the bench last night, mate, and we had nothing on the bench that could have changed the game apart from Jermaine Defoe. And if we'd have took Alfie off and brought Defoe on, there'd have been murder at Ibrox, mate. I just think that we're going for the ranked players left and right at Alfie. I think they've got to be wingers come strikers. And nobody we've got to know is proven to be able to do that part. When Morella's shot, as you mentioned earlier on, and the boys parried out, that's where you need somebody in the front three to have the striker instinct to pounce on it. Kent hasn't got it, and near is empty on the right-hand side.
Well, the time will tell. I mean, I get your point, Fox. I accept that. Rebo and Kent are both young guys, and maybe if they're trying to build that and play that position differently if what they played before. But I think you're looking at the top of the English Premiership and their front three and the way they interchange and score goals. Is that the point you're making?
Correct, mate. That's where how it's all lumped on Alfie's back all the time, mate. He's got to create and score the goals.
Aye.
Can I come in, Ox?
Yes, on you go, Bridgman.
No, you'd like finish this off and I'll come in. Can I finish off? Sorry.
No, you carry on, bro.
No, it's a good story for last night, and it was.
Did Skipper buy a round?
No, it's a good story for Rangers Radio. I was, I jumped on the bus to get down to, what do you call it, the Kelvin Bridge subway station.
Yes.
So I jumped on the bus and knowing me, I'm talking away to the driver, getting my ticket, and there's only one seat left, so I sit myself down, and there's a lady sitting next to us. And of course, I'm still a bit wet, so I'm watching the dampness doesn't come off my jacket onto her.
Oh, what a gentleman! What a gentleman!
And it says, and she said something about the weather. I says, "Oh, it's really cold and wet, really damp night." And she says, "Oh, we shouldn't really be going out tonight." I says, "No, I've got to go because I'm going out to Ibrox to the football." And she says, "Oh, does that mean you're not going to do your radio show tonight?" It's gospel truth. I says, "What do you mean?" She says, "Well, you're on the radio, aren't you? You're a part of the Rangers radio thing." I says, "Well, I am indeed. So I'm Bridgman." She says, "My name's Joyce. I listen every night. And my friends listening to Joyce.
A big shout out to Joyce.
A huge shout out to Joyce and her any friends that she's got that listens in as well, because that's what she said. And she wished us all well. And when we got off of the bus, away she went. She's going to get a subway herself, I suppose. So far quicker than me, a bit younger than me. So there you go. That was really good. So thanks very much, Joyce, and a huge shout out to you. Well done.
I bet you that makes your night, old Bridge.
Well, that's really and truly, that's tremendous. That's somebody else stops you and you've never seen them in your life, and they'll probably never see the woman again. And there you are. She just says, "Oh, I know who he's there. I listen to all of you. You've got very distinctive voices." Great compliments. So I thought that cheeries up.
Aye, brilliant. There you go. Port Bear, you're a mega star.
Aye, finally, mate. I've got a wee similar story to how Bridgman. One of the boys at work. Oh no, it's similar to Bridgman.
Right, on you go.
Couple of local taxi drivers doing this neck of the woods, and it's not very often you find a Rangers taxi man down here. But his boy works with us on the opposite shift, and he says to me the other night, "Mark, he was on overtime," and says, "Mark, you on the radio?" I says, "Aye." He says, "My dad told me." I said, "How'd your dad? I've never met your dad in my life." He said, "He told me to listen in," so I listened in. And he's like, we've got a good few fans in the taxis doing the report, so the boys are probably tuned in tonight, listening to the show. So it's good to hear the good Rangers reporting taxi drivers in the port. So all the best to them all.
Here, they'll be busy. With
Here.
Well, look, Bridgeman, if you see Fox after the show, I'm sure he'll give you a percentage rise. Mark, your first contract on the phone. You want to contact, comment on these contract negotiations? Imagine trying to do that on air, Taze Fox, trying to negotiate their contracts live on air.
By the way, poor Bear,
I just feel sorry for Joyce, mate. He's probably been asked saying, "You want my autograph?" or something like that.
That's terrible, you. That's terrible. I'm talking about another Bear there. Woman's going to the game.
You didn't outside 40 there, Bridge, aye?
No. It's just, Old Bear, a number of times I've been in the subway, I've been in a bus, and other forms of transport, and people do recognise my voice. They actually, you can hear them say, "Is that Bridgeman there?" You know.
On his waterproof, he's got "I'm Bridge for Rangers Radio" on the back.
I was telling my wife about it, and she came in about 20 minutes ago. She says, "Remember to tell him about Joyce." She's written it down on a bit of paper. I didn't tell him about Joyce. I think it's brilliant, by the way, absolutely brilliant. It means our wee show means things. Probably not as much as what it means to us, but certainly means a lot to a lot of Rangers fans, because that's what the women said last night. You guys are doing a fantastic job, absolutely brilliant job. People will actually listen in, and it's great. So there you go. So hats off to everyone.
I'll convert the port. Lads. I'll convert the port.
You'll convert the port? Wow.
You'll definitely do that.
You need a few miracles in your back pocket there, boy.
I need to wash my back now.
Exactly.
We shout at Morgan's dad anyway if he's listening in. All the rest of the taxi boys.
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
Good laugh. You don't think, Ted, but you know, Bridge, that people are, locally are listening as well.
One of the boys that sits behind us, Paul, there's a big crowd of boys sit behind us, and 2 or 3 of them listening. And one of them says, when was it now? Let's say it was Monday. And it says, and Monday night, I was listening on Monday night, and that Oxchair, he's really bad to that Fox. That's what he said. Oxchair's really bad to Fox. I thought, well, I don't know what night it was really, but I think it was Monday night he was listening. He burst out laughing when he was saying it, of course, Great patter.
Well, I get pelters and work because of the corona stuff. I absolutely get walked into work first shift on, and they just looked at me, and it's just started with the corona stuff. Thanks to Ox. Cheers, Ox, for that, by the way.
Listen, I can't believe this is what we're up against. Who still is here? George and we're manager. We've signed a new contract. Manager signed a contract. Great day for the club, and they two are bumming ourselves up. How much a mega star?
It's just to say that what a wonderful show you have got. Let's put it that way. A wonderful show, and a lot of folk.
I hope Joyce phones in, because I think you made her up. There you go.
Self praise is no praise at all.
You're right. You're a shocker. I wish JFK was here to help us out here. Maybe George Logan will come in and put some sanity in it.
JFK will be looking up a phone book for a job. Well, Portmore.
Meanwhile, Ox.
Portmore, you might as well come in with. You're one of the stars of the Rangers radio now, so you must be fighting them off with a big stick when you're going to play golf.
Not quite. It's only one person. Taxi, but Albert, you say sorry.
Poor Bear, what a shocker!
You're even taking other people's.
Women phone me up and all. Usually probation officers right enough, but they phone me up anyway.
That's how you're in between 9 and 11 because of that tag, innit?
Oh, you're right, mate. And that's not even for the Polish, that's for her. She tagged me.
They used to call it a ball and chain.
Where do you think you're going, she says. I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to live with me.
Right, enough. George, you still with us, mate?
I'm here, Ox. I'm just listening to the big stars.
I know, mate. I know. I mean, you're a real star, mate. But delighted with Gerrard signing it. You were very honest at the time. You were concerned about a rookie manager, but for me, he's been excellent. The way he's conducted himself, the way he's trying to get his playing football. He understands the club. He understands the support.
Aye, that's right, and that's the thing. I mean, after every game, he does an interview auction. He always mentions the Rangers fans, home, away, wherever we are. Up at Aberdeen last week, and at Hampden, and away or abroad last week as well. He always mentions the Rangers fans because he realise he's came to a big club. Didn't get me wrong with passionate fans as well, but he always gives them a mention, and the Union Bears and the ones that make all the atmosphere. He always gives them a mention, because he knows what it actually means to us for our club to be going where we're actually going now. Ox. Of course, we can always make improvements. I mean, I heard somebody saying the other night there, where do you make improvements? There's always room for improvements. We can always take guys out of teams and improve, definitely 100%. But we're definitely building a good club, a good team, and we're bringing in guys that are looking up to Steven Gerrard for what he's done in his footballing career, the way he conducts himself, pure and utter class. So, for me, Ox, I think we've actually got we've got a right winner in our hands. We've got to whack his contract today means that he's wanting to start winning things inside this contract. So we'll keep improving. Like Bridgman says, keep doing it for the Rangers. So if we keep going forward with a manager like this, a board like this, the fans are passionate. It's all good to know. So let's keep this good feeling going for me.
I agree, George. I agree. Just personal, where would you rate him out of 10, mate? Stevie G's reign so far?
Oh, for me, I'm not going to go with the score, because I'm only going to have the score. Everybody's saying it's just because we have came from things like that. I mean, Walter Smith and Dick Advocaat, and even further back than that. I like Alex McLeish. I think Alex McLeish has a certain degree class as well, for the clubs he's played for and things like that. But Steven Gerrard's right up there for me. Ox, he really is right up there for me. He's built a cracking team. Made a couple of mistakes, of course. He has got to make mistakes along the way. A couple of guys who maybe not fitted into the team and things like that. But for me, he's right up there, very good. There's always room for improvement, Ox. So it's an 8 and 9. But the way he conducts himself at a 10, the team he's starting to build is right up there with an 8 and 9 for me, Ox. I'm absolutely delighted to where we're actually going. And like Bridgman, I think it was that said earlier on, Jimmy, that said earlier on, getting beat off of Alloa and Rafe Rover and Petrofac Cups and all that. That sort of things we're going to have to keep talking about. Getting beat off that lot with crazy scores and things like that. We're going to have to keep talking about this, but he's bringing a certain part of the class back that the manager before just would never ever have in his locker room.
Oh, we've been joined by a caller. I think it's Joyce. No, I think Davey's back. Davey's back for Paisley. Davey, how are you?
Sorry about that, boys.
All right, mate. Listen, mate, when you're in a phone box, it can happen. You know what I mean? So,
I ran out of 10p's.
when you're rating Gerrard, I mean, George said about his performances. That's quite good for me. It's on the part after the team he's built, results, and after park, it's 10 out of 10 for me. The team he's built is maybe a 9. It's just results. It's maybe an 8, and we're getting better. What's your thoughts?
I mean, certainly, definitely not the finished article yet. I think, as I said earlier on, a couple of players, I think, away from being a cracking team. I dare say I'm probably going to bring us a bit too late into the night for this debate, but I think if we played a 3-5-2, I think if we played Helander on the left, Goldson in the middle, Katic in the right, a back 5, with Barisic and Tav, the 2 wing backs, and we signed a big battering ram forward in January, I think we'd be absolutely cracked as a 5-3-2, so we would. But
there's only one man I can let answer that. Bridgman?
I can't disagree. You're saying words there. You mentioned 3-5-2. I said this years ago that if we're building a team, we should be building a very sort of pliable squad. but we need to be able to base our system on 3-5-2. And obviously, there's some games you're not going to get playing it because of the conditions or whatever, or where we are. But 3-5-2 for me, for Ibrox, that's what I want. Three cracking centre halves. I'm saying that 3 cracking centre halves and five across there, your 2 wing backs and your 3 midfielders. And I see nothing but great stuff with that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being funny. I don't think we've got the players in that right now. So it would need a bit of, sort of, shall we say, extra investment to get the proper players in that can play that role. We've got some quite good players in our squad, but I don't think they're the quality that I don't think any of them are near the quality you can play a really good 3-5-2. They're doing well with 4-3-3. So we need to wait.
Aye, man,
I don't like that formation.
You don't like it?
No, Davey, I don't, mate. I think the formation we play right now, the attacking football, I think with 3-5-2, it ends up the game gets. I've played the game. The game gets longer. You know, if you're saying have a big battering ram centre forward, all will happen is the 4 wing backs can't get up. That's where wood comes through. Your wing backs.
5 at the back.
Aye, 5 at the back. Defensive is in. Then we need to sit in. I don't like it, mate. I really don't like it. Imagine going through our football, our style now, fast paced. You know, 1-touch football, 3 attacking players. You know, I just think, and I know, but Bridge is right and all, because obviously, you know what he's saying. It's strong defensively. It is strong defensively, but you need absolute athletes, guys, to get them wing backs up and down all day. But your team's also dead narrow in the middle of the park with one up front. You know, Alfie struggles with one up front as it is when he's not getting support for Kate or somebody for right. I prefer the Gerrard way, guys. That's just my opinion.
I'll bring my tactical genius in, Mr. Fox, and you come. You're a study of all things formations.
Different formations do work, mate, but you need to remember, apart from the manager being in a sort of rookie manager, his backroom squad is the same, mate. And they've decided on a tactic that probably suits every individual through the coaching, where to be tactically. And it takes a long time to learn one formation without changing it. So maybe in the couple of years to come, you will see some changes tactically. But as from now, or at the present, this is the tactic he's going to go with. He understands it, and the players understand it.
George Logan.
I don't think we change anything like that now. So I'm quite happy with the football we play. I think we play quite quick football, and we've got the players to play quite quick football. A couple of new players in that team, and we can really go far. For me, like.
Albert, you remember the 2-3-5. So what's your thoughts?
Aye, but I'm not that fussed, to be honest with you, tactics. I'm not. It's winning football for me. I don't care what formation they put out, as long as it wins. So at the moment, I think we're lacking firepower. I do think that, but I'm not that fussed with tactics. I really am not.
When you say firepower, do you mean somebody getting close to Morelos or support Morelos?
Aye, exactly, mate. There's not enough goals in the team coming from different areas and all that. And Fox got it right. The 2 boys up front are no natural finishers. They're no natural they're natural attackers, but they're no natural finishers. They don't know how to time the runs into the box and where to go in the box. We've not got anybody like that actually, apart from Defoe, but they don't seem to match each other. Dovetail into each other. But that's the only thing. But they might learn it. They might. In fact, Defoe might get a hold of them and actually coach them. But that's the only thing that's lacking in our team at the moment. But the 3-5-2, if that wins football matches, let's go 3-5-2. 4-3-3 wins football matches, let's go that. And I just want winning football, mate, and I don't care how we do it.
Fair comment, mate. It's hard to argue with that. I can't see us changing in the immediate future, but sometimes I just like a wee bit more flexibility. As that game changed last night, we should have dropped one of our boys should have known to drop into midfield and Giza on, but that's just a personal view. But we're always looking to score goals, and it can't be knocked. Davey?
I don't get me wrong, I think we're playing cracking football so well. It's absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I mean? It's pleasing in the eye, but I just think we're just not clinical enough. Do you know what I mean? I think if we change our formation,
And I think if we think like battering ram for a Mark Gately type or like Randy Carroll, somebody he'd have the ball down to Alfredo, do you know what I mean? Or Defoe just to feed off the scraps. I think that'd be cracking, so it would. And I mean, just think of the good teams of the past that we've had, like the 8-in-a-row, 9-in-a-row teams, 5-3-2. It was a solid, tried and tested formation, do you know what I mean? But like, that's just my opinion, do you know what I mean? That's what I just put out there.
There's a lot of flexibility. Waller played 4-4-2 a lot in these 9-in-a-row years and all, you know.
Aye.
You know, but you've got to be a bit of flexibility. Listen, we'll be joined by Ozzy Jer. How we doing, Ozzy? You're up early.
Morning, lads. How you going?
How you doing, mate?
Oh, I'm buzzing, mate. I've actually just received a package from our good friend Tracy.
Oh, we don't want to discuss it on the show, mate. Which goes on.
Yeah, please don't mention it on the air. We're live.
What did she send you, mate?
It contained 8 match day programs, including the Legends, the Rangers Legends, Liverpool Legends game, and also the orange training top.
All right, okay. What a lady she is. She's generous to a fault, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. She puts herself out for Rangers Radio. She puts herself out to help people in Rangers Radio. And Tracy is one of the stars at Rangers Radio.
She really is. A massive shout out to Tracy.
Here. What a gesture, Bridgeman, eh?
Absolutely fantastic. I mean,
has Joyce sent you any parcels?
Oh God, no. Oh, Ozzy, I was just going to ask the question. You know, when you're driving, can you wear a Rangers top when you're driving, or do you need to have a uniform?
I've got to wear a uniform, but I wear it underneath.
I was just going to say that. Then you could just wear it underneath, and just whip it open when you're sitting at the terminal or something.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I can just see that happening, pal. I can just see it happening as well. Brilliant. So that's well done.
Underneath what?
Where's he going to do when he whips it open? But just
the jacket, the uniform, you Egypt, the uniform.
Parting up and whipping it open.
Hey. Listen to that talk on the show, for God's sake, we're live.
What do you wear the uniform under a dress or what? What's happening here?
No, he's talking about the Rangers orange strip. Right?
Oh, right.
And I'm asking if he can wear his strip. Are you allowed to wear it, or does he have to have a uniform? And what Ozzy's saying, he wears the strip under his uniform.
Oh,
and I'm saying you can rip it open and let everybody see it down again, you know.
You know, mad hot down there.
Usually. Listen, Ozzy, Tracy's done, as I say, Tracy's done a lot for the show, and I hope she appreciates you coming on and giving her a shout out. But she's a top girl, she is, and she's always putting herself out for other people, and it's a big thank you for everybody here at Rangers Radio. Fox,
absolutely.
You want to come in?
Back when you're up.
Let Fox and then George, yeah?
She's a gem, Tracy, full of fun and a good laugh and a good Rangers supporter.
Here, George?
I've got to agree with that. The last is absolute diamond. I was going to just make a wee point here, Rox. I mean, we're talking about changing formations and things like that. I'm not going to keep going the laddies back, but boy, Ojo, he's just not doing it for me. Everybody's got different opinions, and that's fair enough. He's just not doing it for me. He's lacking in confidence. I just don't think he suits Scottish football. We've been linked with the boy, Lyle Taylor, for the summer. He's out of contract in the summer. I think we've been talking to, basically, I think we can talk to him in January. I would like for us to go and get a striker like that in January, Ox. If he's out of contract in the summer, and they've got to get no money at all, I would like for us to go and get somebody like that, just to change it up a wee bit. If Alfie's, however Alfie's playing, because I like Defoe, and Defoe can score his goals, but I think that Jimmy's been saying all season, to be fair to Mox, I think we need another striker in there that can score goals. That boy scored, I think, 30 goals in 50 games for Charlton, so he can score goals, Ox.
Is that the boy for Charlton, George?
That's the one for Charlton. Thoughts, Davey? That striker, Alfredo's his scoring record's fantastic at the moment. But
it is, aye. But you've got to remember, he's only a young boy, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Can't rely on him all the time. Do you know what I mean? Will inevitably dip in form or dare say pick up an injury or two. Do you know what I mean? But this boy Taylor looks the part. But again, I think we need to just bolster up front just to make sure that we do have backups just in case anything does happen to Alfredo.
You know, if we go and get him on a Bosman, their wee manager will go absolutely apeshit, by the way. Absolutely.
I think they'll have a proper meltdown, wouldn't they?
Aribo's no look back, has he?
He's brilliant, by the way.
Think about it. Aribo's signed for us, mate. He's been called up, international cap, scored against Brazil. He's playing in front of 50,000. He's in the last 32 of Europe. He's basically took his game to another level in 6 months? No, even at 5 months.
It's just fabulous, isn't it?
That's nothing compared to playing for Charlton, though.
Aye. but you know, I particularly watched him last night because he was. I really couldn't keep my eyes off in that sense. I thought he was absolutely wonderful last night. Absolutely wonderful. The skills he's got. That left foot is just a wand at times, you know. Obviously ran out of steam a wee bit, but my God, he's a great player.
Charlton lost the goal in the 96th minute tonight. 2 each draw with Hull. 2 each draw with Hull.
Oh, but wait a minute. That's. Oh no, they've lost Aribo. He should have stayed.
Maybe Aribo will speak to him.
Hey, that's not a bad point, is it?
Well,
You know what I mean, Bridgie?
That Lyle Taylor's been a few. Did he not play with Falkirk, Partick Thistle? He's been about, hasn't he?
I think Norwich
scored about 20 odd goals. Sorry. I was going to say,
the boy Aribo's a lot better forward, isn't he? He's a lot better push forward than he is.
100%, mate.
See that run he had along the byline?
Wow. You're called Bridge, I'm called Ox. Right, on you go, Albert.
He looks a completely different player further forward, man. He looks fantastic further forward. He's got some skills. See the dribble in the first half along that byline? That was fantastic, by the way. Absolutely fantastic.
Tanner ball player, Bridge, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what Albert said there was exactly what I thought. And I'm at the Copeland end and I could see all the skills. And I haven't seen it yet on any highlights. So I'm going by what Albert says. He must have seen it on the telly. And oh my goodness gracious, it looked absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. Beat 2 men there.
Yep.
2 men. You know, if he had a wee bit chance at all, he could have maybe got a wee pop at goal. Just brilliant. Just brilliant.
Before we go to yourself, I'm going to let Ozzy have a last word before he goes, and then we're going to go to Davey and back to your good self, Bridge. On you go, Ozzy.
I just want to say we're playing very well at the moment. Bit disappointed about Sunday's game, but we're all brought back up after the last night's result, and we're into the final 32. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but last night meant more to me than Sunday. I mean, there was no points on the line.
That's a whole.
There was no points on line and things like that. So yeah, that's a different debate. I know it was against them, but yeah. Anyway,
right, always
have a good one.
And give
I'll catch
Tracy
you.
a shout out.
Yep, massive shout out again to Tracy.
Yeah,
very chuffed, quite chuffed.
Speak to you soon, Ozzy.
Yeah, will do.
Cheers, mate. David, thanks for joining us tonight. First time caller. Few words.
Aye, been an absolute pleasure, boys. Absolute pleasure. Thanks, Sean. Keep up the good work as well.
Yeah, don't be a stranger, mate. Feel free to call back at any time. Yeah. And you
Cheers
never
for that,
know, you
boys.
might be on the bus and Joyce will stop you. There you go.
Playing a card fight, aye.
Shockers.
Over
What can I say? What a
All right,
wonderful
David,
show.
cheers, mate.
What a wonderful show tonight, Rich. Right. All ready?
Yeah.
Okay, pal. What a great show tonight, Roxy. Well done. And everybody took part in it. Marvellous. Just great to hear. Really funny part as well. So can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly the Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, massive game coming up on Sunday. Biggest game of our season. So keep it going for the Rangers, everybody. Keep it going, because the Rangers need us.
All right, mate. Thanks to everybody for joining us here at Rangers Radio. Thanks to the boys for calling in. And I've got to say it once again, a big shout out to Tracy, one of the stars of Rangers Radio. Big heart that lassie's got. Thanks to everybody for listening. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back on Sunday, folks, at 11 o'clock. Or, wait a minute, is it 11:30 kickoff?
No, you'll be back at 11 o'clock on Sunday. I'll be in my bed.
I'll get somebody to give you a nudge. What time is it? Let me just make sure. I know it's early. 12 o'clock. So we'll be back at 11 o'clock on Sunday. We have a pre-match show, Rangers versus Motherwell. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good weekend. Come on, the Rangers on Sunday. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. Won't you come and cheer us? Help the boys along. White and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. We'll be there to do it, do it if we can. Win the cup, hold it up in our hands. Easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the